Hey, everybody. How's it going? It's the Otter Samurai here. Welcome to Slay the Princess. Let me get the chat up and running here quick. Perfect. Alright, let's go. This is a horror game. It's not intended for all audiences. Please visit the website. Slay the Princess contains flickering image effects. Parallax effect on rare occasions cause motion sickness. Alright, so there's your fair warning, folks. Blech. Whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings, there are no wrong decisions. There's only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Alright, let's do it. We're playing Slay the Princess. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh my god, we're gonna fall in love.
Slay her.
What?
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh no. Alright. Explore the end of the world. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
The end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
Is that really
You have to put
such a
an
bad
end
thing,
to
though?
her.
But how can a princess locked away in the basement in the world? Don't tell me when she's dangerous. I'm not gonna kill her. Any evidence? Bad, doesn't it?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Yeah, whatever.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
That's the same
Before we
thing!
decide to
No,
waste
it's not.
any more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
On the fucking narrator.
Causality
I know what I'm
doesn't
talking about.
matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no
Okay.
use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Well, time to get some barbecue going.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Then she is the danger. She's Heisenberg. Okay, what
The
happens?
more
I want
you
specifics.
have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Well, it's not my nature. I'm not gonna listen to a princess.
Does it?
Uh,
Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
killing's bad. Just don't
Slaying
kill
a
her.
princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
That's fucked up. He's just saying princesses are useless.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've
Well, you know
made
we
it
are
this
playing a
far,
game.
You might as well reach the end of your journey.
No. Can't somebody
if
else
only
do
that
it?
were the case, but I don't make the rules.
Can't Markiplier do it? He did it multiple
I have
times.
to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I
Cool.
said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Okay. Forget it. I'm not doing this. I'm okay with the world ending.
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
I want $5. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her. Maybe she's as bad as you. Okay. I guess I gotta explore everything first.
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean,
Maybe I
some people
do.
like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
I was raised on Daria. Life is a tragedy.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest
You're gonna get the
imagination.
You're gonna get the best kind of prize. A surprise! Ugh. Turn around and leave.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Away? Fine.
There won't be a new dawn if the world ends.
New
There'll
dawn
just
of the
be
world
nothing
ending.
forever. Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it. Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
His name is literally Hero. I know what the fuck he's talking about.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
How convenient.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
They get Thanos snapped. Oh shit, I activated it. Everybody dies. You're not emotionally
Stakes
blackmailing
and
into...
consequences aren't emotional blackmail. They're facts of
Yeah,
life.
they are.
If you had an ounce of maturity, you'd understand that.
I love how he's just like, will you fucking do your
Fine.
job?
You turn around and trek back down the path you came. Oh, would you look at that? You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Oh my god. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I'll start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm just gonna keep trekking through the wilderness to find a way out of this
There's
place.
always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who's ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And
Just
here
keep
we go.
wandering. Fuck this
As you
cabin.
trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen. At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves. But as you focus on
What
your
the-
surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light. In every direction,
Whoa.
there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be.
Fuck off,
Wait,
cabins. I ain't dealing with your
What's
shit.
going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many paths or cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know.
Damn straight.
But of course you do. Otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness. But it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies.
Yay! We got the everybody dies ending. Yay! We killed them all. Chapter 2, Stranger.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay
Okay.
her.
I'm getting a terrible sense of deja vu.
Sense of deja vu? No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
Don't you fucking gaslight me. I know what I'm
Something
talking
more
about.
happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows what we're thinking. He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways you could pull that off. The world
What the-
really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
I know this is a horror game, but I love this. Yo, the wall. Oh yeah, the walls were here last time.
I'm sure those walls have always been there. It makes sense if you think about it. If there weren't any walls in the woods, someone might have gotten lost. Or, heaven forbid, someone other than you might have stumbled onto the princess.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, heading to the cabin now. Where I'm definitely gonna go.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you.
No.
A warning before you go.
Fucking walls everywhere.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Who built these walls? The American taxpayer money?
Stop going in there. Maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar. Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it.
Yeah, so am I.
Keep an open mind.
I guess we're going to the cabin.
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors, all projected across what's almost the same space. But it's all shifted. An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any sense. The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust. Or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window. What good is a knife against a world-ending monstrosity anyway? No,
yeah, right?
Take in the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea what we're dealing with. I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to explain this incredibly simple and straightforward premise? You can't just say that, and when everything here is so wrong.
Yeah, look, if I step in that black stuff, I'm going to fall into the void.
My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job, which is to slay the princess and through that action, save the entire world.
Ah,
If
fuck the
you're
world.
going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest. What's going to happen if we lose ourselves?
Gotta lose yourself in the moment, the music, the shit.
Because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm. How? Even
fuck
if we
that.
closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us.
Yeah, you
I'm
never
going to
shut
stop
up.
doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours, and quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing
True.
here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It really isn't hard. Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Paint the walls white with my cup.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
What the fuck are you talking about? There's a mirror right here.
This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward
Whoa.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
What's ridiculous is that fucking hand of ours.
There was a mirror a second ago.
Got monster
Well,
hands.
it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Hey, dick. Forget the knife. Fuck you.
The basement creaks open, revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
What is this, Dr.
Everything
Seuss?
seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing. If the
Okay.
princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you. Oh, don't be such a baby.
They're like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm not dealing with
I
this.
don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave. This feels wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even
Pretty
have
much.
a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure.
We're gonna
And
die.
what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
I love the contrarian. He's my favorite. Harsh, soft
You
stairs.
step to the right. The path feels soft and reassuring against your feet. The stairs almost seem to cradle you as you make your way down, like they're guiding your heels from one step directly to the next. You barely have to extend any effort to descend, the stairway doing most of the work for you. You don't feel like there's any concern that you might slip or tumble or lose your way.
Hey, we got baby
The
steps.
further you go, the deeper you sink in.
Uh-oh.
First, it's like a lovely plush carpet, your toes digging down and barely hitting any resistance at all. But soon enough, you're fighting just to keep your knees from sinking out of sight.
Ah, shit.
Softness threatens
Oh, shit.
to swallow you whole, to wrest control of your body and surround you in a false ethereal bliss, pretending to save you from the cruelties of choice and consequence. It's slow going, but you manage to fight against the overwhelming urge to fall back into comfort and nothingness, the very struggle to continue forward consuming your every thought. You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go.
I didn't do any of that
Time
shit right there.
disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh, the
Physical
backgrounds are
sensations
losing it.
dull and then vanish,
Nice.
until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten.
Nice. This is wild.
Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as...
Are you okay?
Horniness. Princess.
What the hell was that? What happened to us? I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways. The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here.
To let her go.
And,
Got it.
Why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearings. She seems normal.
Sorry, I didn't realize you.
That's okay. Sometimes I forget where I am too.
I love the fact that
The shadows recede, revealing the princess's face.
hey, she's a pretty girl. I'm gonna
She's
save
so
her.
warm and friendly. It's deception. Don't buy into it.
Throw all my money. Deception, 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 deception.
How strange.
What?
So, why are you here?
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures. And where there was once just one of her, there is now another.
Was she cynical?
I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time?
Nothing.
Does it
You're
matter?
just going crazy.
Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Yes! Yes!
I don't know what happened to you, but you look like you're in one piece now. But I
One Piece!
Sometimes I feel like I'm being pulled apart too. It's so terrifying down here. But at least now you're not alone. And I'm not alone either.
Yeah, princess.
We're
Whoa!
stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in. I don't remember what it was like before I was in this place. Why would I know what happened to you? You can call
What's
me
your name?
Princess, if you'd like. Princess. It doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long.
Aw, she's the depressed princess.
Around to use it.
None of them have names. How astute.
Wow.
I told you she was untrustworthy.
I mean, she could be princess, that's her actual name.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
Bring more princesses!
I feel like I've gotten any bigger. And what's that supposed
Yeah!
to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin?
She fractures again.
Yes!
I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are.
More princesses! Come on, let's go! More princesses!
Where would we start? Could always start by retrieving the blade. Can we even leave this place? I don't like thinking about what might happen to us if we have to go back through those stairs. Well, that's where the blade is. If you want it, you'll have to go and get it. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers? Can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get out of here. This whole place is making me itch.
You're not getting out of here.
I don't know why I'm here, but there has to be a reason, right? You don't just lock a princess away in a place like this without a reason. I wish I knew what it was.
More princesses!
You know, right? You have to know. You're the only other person I've ever seen. Or at least the only one I can remember. Don't give me false hope. Please just end this already. One way or another, just do it.
Alright, Nike.
Don't be
Yeah!
coy. We both know why I'm locked away here. I'm a monster, and the second I get out of this place, I'm going to end the entire world.
Fuck yeah,
This
let's
is
go.
reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part of the reason this situation has gotten out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
I'm gonna push this further.
Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Aw, Katrina, don't.
Wait, that's not right.
Well, I can't pick.
Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find
Oh,
the blade
shit!
suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
What?
Is
You
this
what?
the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
I kill her, yet don't kill her, and I escape, but she
But this-
leaves. Whoa, whoa!
We can't... Do you not have anything witty to say? I could use a good bit of wit right now.
The Katrina's like, oh
Don't,
shit.
because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all
Oh, this is getting fucked up.
nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all
I like how he just trails off.
falls apart.
Huh?
Hey, he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and the others, they just don't fit. They just don't fit. We can feel them moving around. It's all so uncomfortable.
Aw. Yeah, my face.
Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Can you fix us?
Oh my god, so many voices in my head at once.
Help her. I think we did this. How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences.
Is this what Jax is going to be like in the Amazing Digital Circus when he finally gets his own episode? It's like, I'm sorry for being an asshole. Please. I'll do my best. Whoa! What the fuck was that? But you don't know she had the chance to hear your reply. She's gone, replaced with something else.
Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Don't know where she went. You know, go back. The narrator's gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended? What are we supposed to do now?
I think we're supposed to look at the mirror.
Dreadful about it. I don't think you should. No. Don't do that.
Oh, I was like, ooh, I can just do a hidden setting.
You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. Again, what the hell are we supposed to do? I'm begging you.
Approach the mirror.
Do this.
It's the only option I got.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
Final destination. Let's go. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. I'm a monster! It's you. Achievement unlocked. It's you! You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. You are at the cabin. Oh, hey girl, how's it going?
Finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
I'm a birdman. Kika!
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish
What the fuck does
to be
nascent
more.
mean? What do you think I am? I don't know
think
what I
that
am.
You are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspective
Oh man, this
to make my own.
game's giving me shivers. Holy
Dozens of
shit.
Contradiction. A winding kaleidoscope of paths and walls. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. I am sorry that you met this vessel so early in your journey, but they will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
This is fucking wild.
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Yeah, that's true.
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Oh my god, that singing. Oh.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me.
So, did I fuck up by getting to this, like, way too early? Was I supposed to actually hurt? Aw.
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
This is so fucking wild. I love this.
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Kinda? Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing as we are, but I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Huh. Aren't you scared I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
I am merely a concept. How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
I like this girl. She's cool.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find.
Oh, that's fucking helpful.
Infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Huh. What if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're gonna do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Oh my god, this game's giving me... Oh. You're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Hey, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. Holy
You're
shit,
on a
man.
path in the wood, you're here to slay her.
If you could skip pretty just hitting him, are you... Alright. Oh, okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I'm a mother.
Spirit.
Viva la revolution!
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She will cheat. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save. Ignore him.
Proceed. Yeah. We've already done all this.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare.
Huh.
The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Well, I'm not killing her. She's a... Just forget the blade. I'm gonna talk to her.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
There's no TV. There's no internet. There's no Dr. Pepper. Yeah, might as well just kill her.
Softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is
Yeah, what's up?
hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Oh, I like to live dangerously, baby.
Don't be a
Hi.
stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
Hey, girl, what's
down
up?
the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful.
I'm gonna set you free.
How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Hey, girl, what's up? What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
I'm gonna call you Sarah.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
Princess squared.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name though. Everyone has a name.
Rhonda Santis.
Okay, that's
Rhonda.
right. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Nah, it's fine. That's fine.
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Yeah, how are you
This is
alive?
the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
She eats thoughts and dreams of people.
You're only making this more difficult.
Yeah, save her.
Thank you.
Save the princess.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna slay the princess. I'm gonna lay the
You're
princess.
making a huge mistake.
The S stands for
No.
sex.
You're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
If there's a key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
That's true. That is very
Attempt to
true.
make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else
Fuck!
here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Hey, let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
No!
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Look
This
how
would have
depressed
been
she is. I
so
can't
much
do that to her.
Easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for
Yeah,
who?
well...
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yeah,
There's
sadly.
a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Oh my God.
raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she
Whoa.
rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Yeah, well, she's biting off her arm while I speak.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
You like it when I have blood on my face?
Into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Look at her, she's just like, yep, don't need that arm anymore.
The limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Alright, babe, let's go end the world together.
Utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
You can't do that. Watch me, bitch.
What are you doing?
Slay the princess. Slay the princess.
Stop that.
Warner.
It's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body
Right.
lunges forward.
No!
The blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Shit.
blade.
Resist.
Move the blade.
Fuck you.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
That's the fucking narrator trying to dictate my life.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your
Ow!
chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Ah, you missed it. The heart's right fucking here.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
I'm a dino man. I can handle this.
Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Ow, my body.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Bitch, you
She doesn't really use a knife, does she? Apparently not. It doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
Bitch, just stab me in the dick. Ow.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't
Aww.
just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh, I can't with you.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to
Oh my
slay
God.
her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I died. What am I... Oh, you bastard!
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it. Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess.
I can hear every fucking thought you idiots have.
So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that.
Four?
Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
We're gonna do a monster
What can I
smash!
say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay, you know, honestly, that's kind of true.
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. You were the one who did us in, villain. Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
Yeah, pretty much.
Why? Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations.
Nah, I'm with them. Fuck you.
If your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption
What's the
that
point of
your
doing
actions last time
anything?
round didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes,
pretty much.
But in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme. Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone. That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Let's talk about this princess. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could be with a knife. How's it supposed to end the world?
Just can. Believe me, I wish I could
How?
tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world.
This guy's got such a hard-on for her.
It's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this
Locked her
place?
in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Why couldn't they slay her? Why? What?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail will just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding
Was she an Eldritch abomination?
You're just going to have to take me at my word.
No.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know you were special.
Aren't we just a fabulous bitch?
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
Calling us special isn't going to make us friends, even if it did feel nice. Oh, believe me, the last thing I want is for you and I to be friends. But I'm a professional, and I'm not going to let my dislike for you get in the way of helping you save the world. Great.
That's all.
If you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Turn around and leave.
A warning. She will lie.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
I think
Damn
we've
straight.
already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, fine.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only
Is this because I have a sexy
furniture
voice
is an
with me
ornate
now?
wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
Because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
In which
Right.
case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
I can see it right there. Don't fucking gaslight me. Oh, look at how
That's
handsome I am.
Great idea. We have to make sure we're looking our best before we save her.
I shouldn't waste time preening. But if he is lying about the mirror, it might be important. I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
'Cause I don't know, maybe...
Very different.
Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Last time the cabin was just a shacky wooden
Maybe that's
cabin.
because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So
God,
focus
you're
up.
such a fucking
Stop letting
gaslighter,
yourself
dude.
get distracted. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. This really isn't funny. You reach
Wipe it.
forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope
Oh.
you know how ridiculous you look right now.
The mirror is still kind of there.
Was there
It's a
a
drawing,
second
but...
ago? And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Are we a Birdman?
You take
Fine.
the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
I suppose if we're to play the role of dashing knight, we need an equally dashing sword. That way she'll know we can defend her from her enemies.
Hopefully it doesn't
Damn
put
straight.
her on edge, and hopefully it doesn't get turned on us. Again, there's no use arguing over motivations right now. It's good that you took the blade. You'll need it to do your job.
Yeah, no thanks.
The door to the basement
Ooh.
creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
No, it's a
soft
fancy
voice
stone basement.
carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
Oh, I'm going to fuck the princess. Calm down, Smitten.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just
Sigh.
remember, that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs
Wow.
and lock eyes
New
with
dress.
the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know
Down
she
straight.
can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
My dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you
Hey,
hear
girl.
that? She said we're dashing, and she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before. That's right, villain.
Yes.
You killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've
Damn
died
straight.
before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Killed me last time. I heard a lot. Why'd you do that?
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we?
No.
We warned
No.
her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
All right. Fine. You know what? Slay the
Blade in
princess.
hand, you run the princess down.
Hi.
No,
You gonna stab me?
You barbarian, what do you think you're doing? But you ignore the pleas of the foolish little voice and press on. The princess's eyes grow wide with terror as you approach, but she does absolutely nothing to stop you. Your blade pierces her heart.
Oh.
She collapses pathetically to the ground.
I'm sorry. Did I do something wrong?
Yes. You fucked up my McDonald's order.
My love, you did nothing wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Not you.
Let me ram myself through the blade
I'm
on
going
top
to
of
die
you.
now. I think that's what you want.
And just like that, she's dead. And the world
the
is
fuck?
saved. Thank you for seeing this through. I know it must have been difficult. I feel sick. Sick? You took part in the murder of the fairest creature that's ever lived.
Oh.
You merely feel sick. I, for one, am absolutely distraught. Grief-stricken. Inconsolable. You'll get over it. You just saved everyone. Get
What the fuck?
over it. You smarmy ass. There's nothing in the world worth getting over it for. We might as well just end it all. You raise the blade, aiming the point directly towards your heart. Excuse me? No, you absolutely do not do that. Yeah, let's not make any
I
rash
do
decisions.
that.
We should give ourselves a minute, take a deep breath, and rash.
Ugh.
The only rash decision we've made was running our cursed blade through her heart. This is far from rash. This is measured. This is the only thing left for us to do now that she's gone.
That's what you want to do. Let's see what
Let's not
happens.
do that. You won't use your fancy reverse psychotherapeutics on me, murderer. We're dying together right now. All of you may have previously thought that my passions were too great to stifle, but those were merely passions of joy. My passions of sorrow run deeper than the ocean itself, and you'll find that they are far more unstiflable. Haven't you?
Stiflable.
Haven't you all? I don't believe this. What? What don't you believe? You plunge the blade into your own heart and collapse to the floor. You can't be serious. Why are you helping him? I'm not. He just made it happen. I'm sorry. That's right. You're all sorry. Everything
I
goes
killed
dark,
myself for her.
and you die.
Chapter 3, The Grey.
You're
on a path in the...
You horrid monster. Do you think just because we've returned to the woods you've earned my forgiveness? Our beloved had best be alive and well when we return to the cabin, or you'll never know the end of my wrath.
Okay. So we're gonna call it for tonight's episode. This is actually a really fun, interesting game. Thank you so much for following along. I'll put this up on YouTube later under the Otter Samurai. I'm gonna do another episode of this. If I'm gonna do a full Let's Play, I'm not entirely 100% sure yet, but there's definitely another episode coming. So look forward to that, and I'll catch you guys next time.